Good morning, students. So today I am going to teach your second chapter, that is your theory base of accounting. Okay. So first of all, theory, in case of theory base of accounting, what happens? First of all, we must understand the meaning of accounting principles. Okay. So what do you mean by accounting principles? Accounting principles means these are those principles which contains the rules and regulations that is to be followed while maintaining the books of accounts. Okay, so there has been certain rules and regulations which are man-made, which are flexible in nature. Okay, so to understand the concept of theory base of accounting, we have to understand the concept of accounting principles. So accounting principles are the rules which is to be adopted universally while recording the accounting transactions. And always remember, these accounting principles are man-made. Accounting principles are man-made. Man-made means it has been defined, it has been made by the persons. Okay. Again, next we can say that accounting principles are flexible in nature. Okay. So accounting principles are flexible. Accounting principles are flexible in nature. Okay. And generally, one more characteristic feature of accounting principles are generally accepted. So accounting principles are generally accepted. Accounting principles are generally accepted. Okay. So under this accounting principles, there has been various accounting basis of accounting. Okay, so that is otherwise known as theory base of accounting. So let us discuss the theory base of accounting, basic accounting concepts. Okay, so first bit is your business entity concept. Okay, so what do you mean by business entity concept? Remember, according to this concept, what happens? According to this concept, the business has got a separate and distinct identity. Okay, that must be separate from its owner. इसका मतलब क्या है? इसका मतलब है business as well as your owner would be considered as two separate persons. Okay, so we can say that business can be considered as an artificial person. Business can be considered as an artificial person, whereas owner or proprietor would be considered as a natural person. ठीक है, जब हम बिजनेस कर रहे होते हैं तो हम बिजनेस को हम क्या मान के चलेंगे? a separate artificial person, और ओनर को क्या मान के चलेंगे? as a natural person. So according to the business entity concept, what happens? Business has got a separate and distinct entity from its owner. Okay, so therefore always remember, business transaction must be recorded from the business point of view and not from the owner's point of view. जो भी transactions होगा, okay, so that transaction must be recorded from the business point of view. Okay, so it is for this business entity concept reason only that whatever the capital which has been contributed by whom? By the owner or proprietor would be considered as liability for the business. ठीक है? इसको समझने के लिए I can give you one example. Suppose one person is there. Okay. Suppose Ram is the owner. Ram कौन है? Ram owner है. ठीक है? And he started his business. This is his business. Ram had started his business with cash of suppose rupees 1 lakh. So in this case, there would be two persons. Ram would be a natural person and business would be considered as an artificial person. ठीक है? अब यहाँ पे क्या है? जो भी transactions record होगा, whatever the transaction would be recorded, the transaction would be recorded from the business point of view and not from the owner point of view. So this is the concept of business entity concept. Okay. Now second bit. सेकेंड बिट इज द मनी मेजरमेंट कॉन्सेप्ट. सेकेंड बिट कौन सा कॉन्सेप्ट है? मनी मेजरमेंट कॉन्सेप्ट. अब मनी मेजरमेंट कॉन्सेप्ट क्या बोलता है? मनी मेजरमेंट कॉन्सेप्ट स्पीक्स अबाउट the transactions and events. Okay, all transactions and events that can be expressed in terms of money are to be recorded in the books of accounts. बोलने का मतलब है जितना भी transactions है, okay, or events that must be recorded, that can be measured in terms of money is to be recorded in the books of accounts. इसका मतलब क्या है? In other words, we can say that non-monetary transactions are not to be recorded in the books of accounts. Okay. For example, your capability of manager, capability of human resources, etc. Okay. So that means any transaction or events which can be measured, जिसको हम measure कर सकते हैं किसमें? Money में. That transaction would be considered or recorded under the concept of money measurement concept. Okay. One more thing you have to remember, that transactions and events. Okay. All transactions and events. What do you mean by your transaction? Transaction means exchange of goods or services. ठीक है. Events का मतलब क्या होता है? Events का मतलब होता है घटना. ठीक है. So you can say that all transactions are events, but all events are not transactions. तो हमको दोनों चीज देखना है. Transactions भी देखना है, events भी देखना है. So both transaction and events which can be measured in terms of money would be considered under money measurement concept, and non-monetary transaction will not be recorded. Okay. Second bit over. Next bit. So third bit जो है हम लोग का going concern concept. Going concern concept. So what do you mean by going concern concept? इसका मतलब क्या होता है? Going concern concept का मतलब होता है once the business started, okay, it must continue to carry out its operation indefinitely for a long period of time and would not be liquidated or closed in the foreseeable future. कहने का मतलब है जब हम बिजनेस स्टार्ट करते हैं तो बिजनेस स्टार्ट करने का पर्पस क्या होता है? वंस वी हैव स्टार्टेड द बिजनेस, हम लोग इसलिए बिजनेस स्टार्ट नहीं करते कि कल को बंद कर लें. ओके. ऑल द ट्रांजैक्शंस, रिमेंबर, ऑल द ट्रांजैक्शन व्हिच वंस स्टार्टेड, बिजनेस वंस स्टार्टेड, इट मस्ट बी कंटिन्यूड फॉर द इंडेफिनिट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. एक बार बिजनेस स्टार्ट करेंगे ये कंटिन्यू होता जाएगा फॉर द इंडेफिनिट पीरियड ऑफ टाइम. सो दैट कॉन्सेप्ट इज नोन एज अ व्हाट? गोइंग कंसर्न कॉन्सेप्ट. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इवन दो इफ वी नो दैट वी आर गोइंग टू क्लोज आवर बिजनेस, if we are going to liquidate our business, then also we are required to record the transactions in the books of accounts in order to calculate the net profit or net loss of the business. Okay. So it provides the very basis for showing the value of assets in the balance sheet. ठीक है. Next concept is your fourth one is your accounting period concept. Accounting period concept. ठीक है. So what do you mean by accounting period concept? Accounting period का मतलब क्या होता है? As I have already explained, accounting period refers to the span period of time at the end of which financial statements are prepared to know the profit or loss or the financial position of the business. हम अकाउंट मेंटेन करते हैं. अकाउंट मेंटेन करने का मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव क्या है? टू कैलकुलेट द नेट प्रॉफिट और नेट लॉस. ऑलरेडी हमको मालूम होना चाहिए कि एट द एंड ऑफ द ईयर, एटलीस्ट वंस at the end of the year, that is your at the end of accounting year, 31st March. Okay. So every businessman must know their financial status of the business. Okay. So that is the concept of accounting period concept. कि once we have to prepare the balance sheet and statement of profit and loss. Okay. At least कम से कम at least once in a year, such that. So next concept is the cost concept. Okay. So what do you mean by cost concept? Cost concept is otherwise known as historical concept. इसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Historical concept भी बोलते हैं. इसका मतलब क्या हुआ? इसका मतलब whatever the assets, okay, that has been purchased in the book value, that assets would be recorded in the books of account at the purchase price. ठीक है. So purchase price, what does it include? Purchase price must include the cost of acquisition, transportation, installation charges and naturally the original cost of the product. ठीक है, कहने का मतलब है जो भी एसेट्स हम परचेज किए, सपोज वी हैव परचेज मशीनरी वर्थ ₹1 लाख, उसमें 50,000 रुपीज का इंस्टॉलेशन में खर्चा किए, तो व्हाट विल बी द कॉस्ट प्राइस ऑफ मशीनरी? 1,50,000. ओके, सो these therefore assets would be recorded in the books of account as ₹1,50,000. That is the meaning of what? That is the meaning of cost concept. कहने का मतलब है कि assets it must be shown in the balance sheet at the historical cost. Historical cost मतलब जिस प्राइस में हम परचेज किए, प्रेजेंट मार्केट वैल्यू से हमको मतलब नहीं है, जो प्राइस में परचेज किए उसी प्राइस में हमको रिकॉर्ड करना पड़ेगा, किसमें? बैलेंस शीट में. So that is the meaning of cost concept. Okay, so next concept is your dual aspect concept. So dual aspect concept. So what do you mean by dual aspect concept? Dual aspect concept का मतलब क्या होता है? This concept provides the very basis for recording the transactions in the books of accounts. मतलब बोलने का मतलब है every transaction that is to be recorded that has got two aspects. That is, one aspect is your debit and the other aspect is credit. Okay, so that aspect is known as your what? Your dual aspect concept, and it is according to this concept only we are getting the equation. So assets is equals to liabilities plus capital. Assets is equals to liabilities plus capital.